What's good, kinfolk? It's your boy Screwface Capone in the house. And I'm back with another video. And today, well, as you know, tomorrow is the big Xbox game showcase. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern for all my people in the East Coast, or in the Eastern region. So I'll be doing a live stream of that, both on Twitch and on YouTube. I have a Facebook group that I'm doing as well, and on Trovo. So if you want to join me, then I'll be leaving the information below for that in the description. So anyway, to the purpose of today's video is I'm going to go over a lot of these fake leaks that have been coming out. If you've been checking Reddit and Twitter, then you've no doubt been seeing a number of fake leaked image for the game show. There are some stuff on there that's going to be there, but for the most part, a lot of it is BS. I wouldn't say a lot of it because there's a lot of stuff that could very much show up, but who knows. I'll be going over my own predictions as well as talk about what Xbox needs to do at this showcase. So there might be some spoilers. Scratch that. There will definitely be some spoilers. So if you don't want any surprises ruined for you, any potential surprises, then I'll catch you on the flip side. For the rest of you, then strap in and we're gonna do a little bit of I'm not gonna say deep dive, but you get what I'm saying. But before we do that, though, if you can do me a huge solid and click that big red subscribe button and click the bell icon, that way you'll be the first to know whenever I put out new content. I like to cover indie games, I like to cover retro titles, and I like to cover the occasional cool piece of tech. I like doing previews. I also do documentaries. So if that's your sort of thing, then again, this is the place you're going to want to be. Hit that subscribe button and you'll become a made man. Alright, so first of all, I want to show off some of these leaks we've been seeing. Alright, so no doubt you've been seeing this image making the rounds. This is the Xbox Game Showcase. So of course you got Starfield, Lies of P, Age of Empires 4, which is coming to Xbox. Replace, which is a game that's been delayed, but that's also coming to Xbox. So most of this stuff is stuff that we already know about. There's this Overdose, and there's this game called Winged and Dead State Drive. I think these might have been games that might have been announced before, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, now I think about it, Overdose is the supposed rumored Hideo Kojima game. So if you remember from last year's showcase, they announced that Hideo Kojima had entered into a deal in order to develop games for the Xbox platform. So obviously, seeing as how he's working on Death Stranding 2 on PlayStation, it's obviously going to be a while before we see it. So we can obviously rule this as BS. And of course, you got the P3P, the Persona 3 remake. Now, we do know that this is coming. It's been a poorly kept secret. I think when they announced that Persona 4 and Persona 5 were coming to the Xbox Game Pass, they said that this was eventually going to make it as well. Matter of fact, even the trailer for this and another game called Persona 5 Tactics, both of them leaked earlier this morning. So we'll be seeing more of them at the game show, obviously. But as far as this one, as of right now, you can tell so you can tell it's pretty much fake because they're using the logo from the Persona 3 portable from the PS Portable version. And of course, you got Halo, Wrath of Radis, and Jet Set Radio. That's another game that's been rumored, but again, we'll know it when we see it. We know Exo Primo is coming to Game Pass. And of course, there is Avowed. A lot of people want to see that. And I'll get back to this one later. Alright, so moving on, we got this, actually this isn't the one I want to go back to yet. We'll get back to that one. Here's another short list. I actually waited long to cover this because I thought there were going to be more going forward. But, of course, I got the usual suspects. Avowed, Starfield, Fable, State of Decay 3, Hollow Knight, Slick Song. So, this is one way you can tell that this is fake because they misspelled the name. Overdose by Kojima Productions, that's showing up again. Again, if he just signed the contract for them last year, then we don't know if he's working on the game and how far along. So, obviously, Who knows? So I wouldn't hold my breath to be seeing anything from Kojima. There's Everwild from Rare, so I know that's been going through some development issues to the point where I'm not even sure what kind of game it's supposed to be. Maybe we'll see it. Who knows? Quake from id Software. That's another game I'd like to see again. But again, who knows? Hellblade 2. That's definitely. I'm confident we'll be seeing that. If I had to predict, then we will be seeing Hellblade 2 tomorrow, and we'll probably get a release date of either late this year or early next year. Because later this year, you already got Forza Motorsport, and you got Starfield, so obviously they aren't gonna really they aren't really gonna like compete with each. They aren't really gonna wanna like overstack during that holiday season. So I could see this coming out between January and spring of next year. Now again, this is another one that's been rumored for a while. This is Scalebound. If you remember, this was the Xbox One game where you fought alongside a dragon, and it ended up being canceled. There's a whole video by Matt McMusters about what went down. Now, of course, now Microsoft still owns the rights to the name Scalebound, and Platinum still wants to do it. But apparently, it doesn't look like Phil Spencer was really interested in moving forward. And given Platinum's recent output, to Babylon's Fall, I'm not sure if it'll be worth it at this point, but still, this could take us by surprise. This is Contraband by Avalanche Studios. I don't think we've heard anything about it since it was first announced. So I think it's high time we start seeing some stuff about it. Alright, so I just had to grab me something to drink. Of course, Killer Instinct is another one I smell BS on. So it's being developed by Rare and Bandai Namco. I mean, that would be nice for someone with a pedigree in fighting games to develop this game, and I know a lot of people have wanted it. But number one, why would this just be Killer Instinct instead of Killer Instinct 2 unless they were doing another reboot? And number two, Bandai and Namco are currently working on Tekken 8. So you know their big development cycle when it comes to their fighting games. So this is another one I smell BS on. Wolfenstein 3, that's been another one that's been rumored, so we'll see. Now again, here's another sign that this is BS. Because they're saying Forza Motorsport, but it's being developed, but the developer is Playground Games. But you know that the people who are actually developing Forza Motorsport is Turn 10. So there's Midnight and Fallout New Vegas 2 by Obsidian. As much as people like to see this one, I'm gonna call BS on this one too, because of course Obsidian is working on both Avowed and The Outer Worlds too. Now I know they had those projects like Grounded and Pentiment, and maybe they have a development team working on that. But who knows? So we got Halo Tatanka from Certain Affinity. If you go back to the last one, there was I know there's going to be another Halo Infinite update. This one's calling it Wrath of Aratus, and so Tatanka. So who knows? We'll know when we see it. Now Halo 3 Anniversary, 343 Industries. Now this is another one that I'm going to call BS on because number one, like the Halo 3 came out in 2007, right? So Halo, so the 10-year anniversary would have been in 2017, and right now is 2023. So assuming this is on deck for this year, which I would doubt, then that would make this the 16th year anniversary. So are we gonna? So who knows? Are you gonna develop it for like the 20th or something like that? Because I really don't see this as something they'd be working on right now, especially with them doing work with Halo Infinite. Now, of course, I know they bought in Certain Affinity to work on Halo Infinite, but who knows? Like as far as like what they're actually doing. Like, I don't work with the development team and I don't know what they're doing, so all I'm just doing is guessing. So, like, anything you see on this, take with a grain of salt. And of course, there's Cyberpunk DLC. This is the second one to list this, so I'm pretty sure we're going to learn something about. If they got the Cyberpunk DLC in the works, I'm sure that they're going to be announcing something about it. So there's the Phantom Liberty. So we could be seeing them show it off there, because I remember them doing the reveal that Keanu Reeves was going to be part of Cyberpunk in the 2019 show. So this is the third one I wanted to look at, and it's the biggest, and it's probably the biggest BS. Let's see if I can scroll up on this, because... Okay, great. I know it's going to be hard to see. It is kind of hard to see. Alright, wait, I think this is on another page somewhere. But, yeah, here's the news about the new Persona games leaking. Okay, here's a bigger version of it. I think that's what it is. 1 versus 100, Avowed. Oh no, that's a different list. Or it might be in a different order, who knows. So, Avowed, this is the one that I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing that, because it's been almost 3 years since it was first premiered. And of course, Forza Motorsport. I think we're going to learn about the official release date. There's a rumor that's going to be in October. And I know they're going to do another show with an in-depth look at the career mode. And of course, Age of Empires 4 is coming to Xbox. Age of Mythology Retold. So, this looks like a remastered version of Age of Mythology. Black Myth Wukong. That's that big fancy game that's been taking everybody by storm. The big Chinese game with the pretty graphics. There's Neon White. I believe this hit Switch some time ago. Yeah, Nintendo Switch and PlayStation, so we could be seeing it come to Xbox Game Pass. Cocoon, another one from Annapurna. Obviously, not. It obviously has nothing to do with the movie, but apparently it's a puzzle game that's coming to Steam in the near future. Banishers Ghost of New Eden. We saw. I know this was announced a while ago, and they even showed it off at the Game Award at the Summer Games Fest. 1 versus 100. Like I know they expressed a desire to bring this back, and this was like that game show that was on Xbox or something like that. I can't. Yeah, it was a online game show for Xbox 360. I never really played it, but I guess it was popular enough. And of course, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And there's been rumors that ZeniMax has been working on a Star Wars MMORPG or a game based on The Mandalorian. Who knows? Interior Night Xbox Game Studios exclusive. That's a weird one. So Interior Night is the developers behind last year's As Dusk Falls, which I really liked, and it ended on a cliffhanger. So I think that's what they meant to say there. Matter of fact, let me go back to that one list. Yeah, As Dusk Falls Season 2. And of course, Interior Night are the developers behind that. So I would definitely like to see that followed up. Bloody Hell Hotel, that's coming to Game Pass. So yeah. Whatever it is, Union Chronicle 100 Heroes. We've known about this game since it was announced, and we know that's coming to Game Pass, and I'm definitely excited about it. Exomecha, again, I think that's another one that they've announced like way back when. So yeah, it looks like so far like all the third-party stuff so far is coming to Game Pass. Oh no, this is the Wuthering Waves from Kuro Game. Lakeburg Legacies. And of course we know about Liza P. What else? Aura History Untold. That's their big 4X game. We've known about that. And Gears 6, Gears of War, the Ultimate Collection. The Wandering Tower, Contraband, Fable. Killer Instinct 2. Again, this is the second time this shows up, so again, take all this with a grain of salt. Two Falls by Unreliable Narrators. It's a first-person single-player narrative experience. So that's what that is. Again, there's the Killer Instinct 2 rumor. There's the Fable. See, it looks like this is similar to this one, and there's a lot of redacted stuff. Led by Kim Swift exclusives, Sea of Thieves content update. Did this one mention it? And The Evil Within 3. I'm not sure if you can see that on here, but let's see if I can try to blow it up some. But if you squint, then you can look at it. The Evil Within 3. So yeah, so as I keep saying, take all of this with a grain of salt. So anyway, I want to talk about so basically, if you remember, after the PlayStation Showcase, which kind of felt underwhelming, Xbox threw out that sneak disc with all the stuff that was announced that was also coming to Xbox, which included Marathon, Metal Gear Delta, and a bunch of other games I can't remember off the top of my head. Good news is that Aaron Greenberg confirmed that none of the first-party games are full CG trailers, so everything's going to be either in-game footage. Yikes, I blew this up completely. Everything's going to be either in-game footage, gameplay, or in-game footage with some cinematics, and they'll be labeled as such. So that's pretty good news. So everything you see today is going to be playable over the net. Oh, wait a minute. That was something from last year, though. I know we said some other stuff, so let's bring that up real quick. So it's going to be like roughly 2 hours. Now, is this the game along with the start? Is this the show itself and the Yeah, it looks like the show's going to be 90 minutes and the Starfield showcase will be half hour. Let's see. Here's a lot of different replies. All right. Oh yeah, that's number one. We got that Xbox prize pack. If you look at my shorts, if you look at my shorts, then you'll see me opening up mine. Let's see. But yeah, as far as this showcase, Xbox has put itself in a position where it really needs to knock itself out the park with this one. We saw them sneak this Sony, so which means they got to deliver on their end. Also, we're in the third year of the Xbox Series X existence, so a lot of people are wondering like where the games are where the big name games, where the new IPs, where are those exclusives? Like where's the Xbox God of War? Where's the Xbox equivalent to Spider-Man? Where's the Xbox Ghost of Tsushima? I know I butchered that pronunciation. Yeah, especially like with what happened with Redfall. The way that turned out as far as like critical reception. I personally enjoy it. But it's been hammered in the media. You don't need a recap of that. But yeah, they really need to deliver on this one. We need to see release dates, we need to see trailers, and we need to see gameplay footage. So as far as what I think we'll definitely see, we could definitely see Avowed there. No way we can't. And I know like they've hinted, and Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They actually hinted at Fable at one time during Twitter. Now let me see if I can find that. So yeah, if you saw this like a few days ago. Yep, seems important. So they don't specifically mention Fable by name, but you can tell that the music sounds like something that you would hear in Fable, and like that little bit of glitter. If you remember the old Fable games, then that's how you got to a new objective by following the path of glitter and whatnot. So I think we're going to be seeing something of Fable too. Um, so I think we'll probably see some gameplay. So we'll probably see some in-game engine footage. Because again, like we don't know, like where, like Playground, like this is a new team at Playground Games that's formed just to work on the game. And of course, Playground usually does the racing games like Forza Horizon. So we'll likely be seeing some in-game footage. But if I had to guess, it'll still be a while before release date. Maybe like late 2024, going into early 2025. And if I had to predict, um, Fable is going to be next year's big game for the showcase. They'll be showing off the big trailer, and they'll be showing off, and then they'll be showing off, and they'll be giving the release window like at next year's showcase, maybe. Same thing with Avowed. We could be seeing some gameplay footage for that, and that's going to be shown off next, and that's going to probably have a release date of 2024 or 2025. Let's see. There's also a new rumor game from In Exile, the people behind Wasteland, and that's going to be a big steampunk shooter supposedly. So again, it's going to be a while before we see that one. So I doubt we'll be seeing that tomorrow. But who knows? That might be another one for next year. Um, Again, there's not going to be any CGI teasers according to Aaron Greenberg, but we will be seeing. But if we do see it, we could be seeing like an in-game and some in-game engine stuff. Also, Compulsion Games is supposed to be working on some kind of Project Midnight. Again, I'll believe it when I see it. Let's see what else. We already know about the Persona leak, so. And speaking of that, we'll be hearing about a lot more games coming to Game Pass. We already know about Lies of P, Exo Primal from Capcom. Let's see what else. The Union Chronicle 100 Heroes. And who knows what other surprises we could be seeing. There's the AEW Fight Forever game that's going to be coming out later this month, and we could be hearing about that hitting. And that's rumored to come to Game Pass as well. So we could be seeing that coming to Game Pass. Also, what else? I really can't. Well, as far as like potential surprises, I bet you we're probably going to get another Shadow Drop, just like with Hi-Fi Rush. Um, that came out earlier this year and took everybody by storm. So I bet we'll probably see another Shadow Drop. Speaking of Hi-Fi Rush, there's rumored to have DLC coming out for it, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. Of course, we're going to be seeing Sea of Thieves content updates, Halo Infinite content and updates. Now, as far as like the next Gears game, I bet, I would say 25-75 chance of seeing something on the next Gears game. Don't hold your breath for it. I'm not sure where they're at because I'm hearing a ton of rumors about the Coalition Game Studio, COG. They're the guys who took over the Gears franchise after Epic left. So I've heard rumors about them working on a Star Wars game and them working on Gears 6. So who knows? Another game we could be seeing is maybe Indiana Jones. Um, Rumor has it that's being developed by Machine Games. So we could that was announced back in either 2020 or 2021. Yeah, it was 2021 because I remember doing a little news article. So that was 2 years ago, and I bet you will probably be seeing something on that. Now, as far as console that could be hitting, um, it could be possible that it could be an Xbox exclusive, or it could also be hitting PlayStation as well. Because who knows? Like maybe they were working on that like before Bethesda was being acquired. Now, one thing I know that we won't be seeing there, anything about the Activision merger, because I think that's still in the works. I think they're still trying to pass it through the CMA, and I'm not 100% sure what the last step would that be. So I don't think anything's gonna happen about that at tomorrow's showcase. Um, I think when it does pass through, then they'll probably hold another show about that, announcing all the stuff that's coming to Game Pass and like all the new development studios they've gotten. So who knows? And again, even if the Activision merger does go through, it's going to be a while since before we see any real dividends as far as like new Microsoft Xbox games for it. I know everybody's talking about Call of Duty coming to cloud and the Game Pass, but again, who knows? So, it's pretty much all I can think of about tomorrow. Oh, Contraband. Like I said earlier, that's another game that we haven't seen since it was first announced. So, I bet you we're probably going to see some stuff about that too. And now that I think about it, I'm wondering if that could end up being a shadow drop. Like, I don't know, they've been working on, like, they just been working on it low key and just drop it. Who knows? We'll know when we see it. Oh, you know what? There's also Perfect Dark. Who knows where they're at with that? I know Crystal Dynamics is working with them on that, but they're also working on a new Tomb Raider game. So, again, we can only speculate where they're at with that. So I would not hold your breath to see that at this year's showcase. If anything, we could probably see something next year. So yeah, that's the Xbox Game Showcase. It's time to get hyped up about all the great stuff that's gonna be coming out throughout the next several months. So yeah, I do a lot of game previews on this channel, whether looking at trailers or looking at game demos. So if you want to know what's next coming from the indie scene, that's not necessarily Xbox exclusive, I got two separate lists for you guys. There's the Trailer Takedown series, and there is The Assignment, formerly known as the Shark Tank, where I play through a game's demo or beta and grade it based on how likely I am to buy the game if it's released in its current state. Both of these have dozens of different games on it, all types of games, sports, RPGs, all types of cool stuff. So no doubt there's something for everybody that's coming out. So if you want to check either of those out, then click the links that just popped up on your screen. Until next time, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'm Audi 51,000G, Ken folk.